Well, hey, it's Mr. Thompson with another video math lesson. Today we're talking about simplifying algebraic expressions. It's all kinds of exciting. So, basically we're going to go over a couple of rules on what to do when you are asked to simplify an expression. Okay? The first of these amazing, fabulous rules is just basically something you need to know. Multiplication and division signs are not usually shown. Okay, so what you're familiar with might be 2 times b with this little times symbol in here. It looks like an x, but we know that to mean times, so 2 times the letter b, right? The variable or pronumeral b. When we write that in simplified form, we just take out the multiplication symbol and write 2b. So 2b means 2 times b. Okay? Likewise, if we had something like 3 divided by a with this lovely division symbol, what we do is we write that as a fraction. Okay, 3 over a. And 3 over a means 3 divided by a. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's the first thing to know. Next thing to know is that anything that is on the top and bottom of a fraction, which is division, as we've just seen, right? Anything that's on the top and the bottom of a division problem can be canceled, or in other words, crossed out. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Here we have the problem 2ab over b. Okay, if we look, we can see that there's a 2, there's an a, there's a b, and on the bottom there's also a b. So there's a b on the top and the bottom. Those can get canceled. There's no longer anything on the bottom, so we don't have a fraction anymore. It's just 2a. Okay, another example. 2a over 4ab. We see that there are a's on the top and the bottom. We can cancel those out. We also see that we have a 2 and a 4, which if you just had the fraction 2 over 4, you'd be able to reduce that, right? And you can do that here as well. So whenever we simplify, we also reduce. So 2 over 4, the 2 cancels, and that 4 on the bottom becomes a 2, right? 2 over 4 is 1 over 2. We don't have to write a 1 on the top. Actually, well, we don't have to write a 1 on the top if there's something else, but we've canceled everything off the top. So we do actually have to write a 1 here. But let's go through this step by step, if that was a little bit confusing, how the 2 became a 4 and all that. What I like to do sometimes is to write these fractions out with everything multiplying, actually putting these multiplication symbols back in, because for some folks those are nice and familiar. So I've got 2a on the top, and then I'm going to put the 4 on the bottom. So I'm rewriting the original problem from this. And instead of writing a 4 on the bottom, I'm going to write that as 2 times 2. Okay, and then I get my a and my b. Now we can see that not only is there an a on the top and bottom, there's a 2 here and a 2 there, right? So we can cancel the a's and cancel 1, 2 from each of these, right? So the 2's cancel. That leaves us with 1, 2 left behind, just like we had. Okay. Now again, because there's nothing left on the top, it's not like this where we can just get rid of the top and make it so it's not a fraction anymore. If there's stuff on the bottom, it has to stay on the bottom. And if there's nothing on the top, that means we write a 1 on the top. Okay. So 1 over 2b, because that's what's left over. Okay. One more example, okay, of canceling things off the top and the bottom. Okay, and this time I'm going to go straight to writing this out in a more familiar fashion. Okay, I'm going to rewrite this problem. So I'll put the 3, and then I have a squared. Okay, this is 3a squared b. Now, when you square something, that means you multiply it by itself. So a squared is equal to a times a. Okay, and then I have my b. All right, on the bottom I have a 6. But I see that I have a 3 up here, and I know that 6 is a multiple of 3, so I'm going to write the 6 as 3 times 2. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my a along, rewrite the a, and now I have b squared, which of course is b times b. And now we can see there's all kinds of things we can cancel out. Okay, the 3's, 1a on the top and 1a on the bottom, and then 1b on the top and 1b on the bottom. So the answer is a over 2b. Okay. So if this method of writing it out looks good to you, then feel free to do that. Okay, if you can just see that the 3 over 6 becomes 1/2, 1 over 2, one A cancels from the top and bottom, leaving one on the top, and one B cancels from the top and bottom, leaving one on the bottom. That's great. And as you practice doing these, even if you have to do it this way to start off, eventually you'll be able to see that stuff straight off the bat, and it becomes quicker. All right. A couple other rules for simplifying algebraic expressions. Okay. Like terms are what we call terms, things that we're adding or subtracting together. Like terms have the same pronumeral or variable factors. Okay, remember pronumerals, also called variables, are the letters in algebraic expressions. And factors means that if they are the same when you multiply them, factors has to do with multiplying. So we'll see how factors comes into this. Okay, so 2a and 3a, right? They both have an a. Okay, this is like 2 a's and this is 3 a's. So if you have 2 a's and I have 3 a's together, we can add them. Or sorry, yeah, they are like terms. We'll talk about adding them in a minute. Okay, because each of these has one a. They're like terms. Okay. Now, if I have 4a squared, okay, there's a different factor of a. Okay, I know there's a's here and a's there, but this has a squared, and this has just a. So these are unlike terms. They are not like. Okay, I'm going to throw a b onto that one for good measure. Now it's clearly unlike. It's got a b. That one didn't have a b at all. But even just the a squared made it different. Okay. Now here I have 2b a squared. Now you might look and say, well, this has a squared b, and this is b a squared. However, when we multiply things, it doesn't matter the order. So a squared b is the same as b squared b a squared. So these are like terms. Okay. Now, like terms can be added and subtracted when simplifying. Okay, so if we came to this problem and this said add these two things together, we can do that. 2a and 3a makes 5a. Okay, easy. And we can, if we wanted to, if this was the problem, we could subtract 4a squared b minus 2ba squared. Okay, and we had 4, we're taking away 2, we'd be left with 2a squared b. Now we write it usually, even though this one has ba squared, we usually write it with in alphabetical order, with the a first, and then the b, or whatever other letters there might be. Okay? Unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Okay? So for example, that 3a and the 4ab squared could not be added or subtracted. If you had a problem that said simplify 5a plus 2a squared b, okay, the answer would simply be 5a plus 2a squared b. There's no simplification you can do there. Those are unlike terms because they have different variable or pronumeral factors. Okay, that's all there is to it. So best of luck. See you next time.